All right, Shalom. First and foremost, when I start off by giving all praises and glory and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Marakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Move Well. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, the Bayat Awadah, the house of David. All right, so we're going to start you off here in the scripture, right? So this is Micah chapter 2 and verse number 1. We got it in the NLT. We're going to read it first in the KJV. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. It is because it is in the power of their hand." In NLT. It says, "What sorrow awaits you who lie awake at night thinking of evil plans? You rise and draw and hurry to carry them out, simply because you have the power to do so." You see, right? Let's go over here. Okay? In Sirach, the 12th chapter, right? The 10th verse. It says, "Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." You see? So you're supposed to never trust your enemy, man. And who's our main enemy? Psalms, the 83rd chapter. Right? Let's go to it. Psalm, the 83rd chapter. See, first and foremost, Esau, Edom, is our main enemy. Okay? And all the rest of these other nations as well. Right? Let's get this in just the KJV. All right. Hold on, Salakia. Okay. Let's start at the top. It says a song or a psalm of Asaph. "Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult," right? An uproar. You see? "And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people." Crafty meaning slick, sly, right? Behind the scenes of just, we got them. We going, you know? It says, "And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." And that's what they have done by giving us those bywords and proverbs, right? Negro, Dominican, Haitian, Guatemalan, Panamanian, right? All those bywords and proverbs. You see, those are not our real that's not our true nationality. Our true nationality is from Judah all the way down to Issachar. Those are our respective tribes that we come out of. You see, right? Cut our power off from trying to cut us off from being close and near to our power, right? Which is Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai. And they said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." It says, "For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee." When you're a confederate against somebody, let's go into it. Right? When you're confederate against someone, you mean you made a covenant or alliance or a pledge. Right? Let's play it.
Strong's H 1285. Berith. Berith.
Barith. So meaning, right, you made an alliance or a pact with many different other people of the same mindset that you're in. You see? Okay, it says covenant, alliance, pledge between men, treaty, alliance, league, men to men, right? Constitution, right? An ordinance. You see, an agreement, a pledge, an alliance. Okay, a covenant, an alliance. You see, right? It says, in a sense of cutting, a compact, because made by passing between pieces of flesh, right? Or confederacy. See, a covenant or league. See, and that's what they became, a confederate against us, right? Against thee. It says the tabernacles of Edom. I wonder why that starts off with them. You see, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagareans, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, right? The small hat, the croissant top, the tiny top, the baby hat, right? The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them, and they have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Okay? So pretty much these devils came in a league together right along with the other nations to try to cut us off, right? From being a nation, man. You see? Now the main thing about this is here. I got this video here, right, of Elon Musk, this devil, right? Because that's what Elon Musk is. He's a devil. All right? And this says right here, it says Elon Musk's new chilling warning on how AI will make, right? I can't read the rest of it, but it says will make make jobs obsolete. That's what it is. All right, will make humans and jobs obsolete, meaning AI, meaning robotics, AI, robotics, and all of this technology, man. You see, because that's what these devils is getting into in their new world order, right? They want to chip everybody, though, throw you in a smart city, 15-minute smart city, right? Governing you by Gideon, Palantir, drones. You see? All right? Fake 3D food, printed food. Okay? And all of this other madness, man. All right? I'm going to play this video for you, brothers, and listen to this devil as he speaks, all right?
Elon Musk predicts that AI and robotics will soon eliminate the need for work, rendering traditional economic systems, including money, obsolete. In this video, we'll explore Musk's bold statement that we may soon live in a world where money is no longer necessary. What would happen if robots do all the work and no one needs to earn a living? Let's dive in.
Well, one side recommendation I have is don't worry about squirreling money away for retirement in 10 or 20 years. It won't matter. You won't need to save for retirement. If any of the things that we've said are true, saving for retirement will be irrelevant. I'm confident by 2030, AI will exceed the intelligence of all humans combined.
And that's way
Transhumanism, right? Merging man with machine. You see, this is the futuristic world. What they're trying to do is play Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, and create a world of their own. You see, matter of fact, let me get 2 Thessalonians real quick. You see, let's get 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, right? We'll start at the first verse. It says, "Now we beseech you, meaning beg you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai the Hamashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not so shaken in the mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of the Hamashiach is at hand." You see, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there coming a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Right? You see, 70 AD. Right? Going back into really 60, I think it's 64 AD when it really started. You got Titus, Domitian, Vespasian, right? When they had got us up out of there, man. Right? You see? It says, "And falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God." You see? And this is what this man's trying to do. Left hand miracles. You see? Witchcraft, right? A left hand priesthood. All right? Trying to set up his new world order here on the earth, but in a form of a sense of all death surrounded around this left hand priesthood. All right? Because that's what this man is. See? About death and destruction. Okay? He's nothing more than that, but death and destruction. Okay? It says, he sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. And he's being revealed by who? The prophets, right? By the men of the Lord, who is exposing this devil on every facet, right? On every inch and every level of exposure, man. You see? It says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, right? The Heavenly Father through his son Yahushua is letting these things happen due to what? Prophecy. You see, because the Most High, Yahweh, through his son, is not a man that he should lie. Numbers, the 23rd chapter, the 19th verse, right? Isaiah 55 and 11. Isaiah 46 and 10. You see? Okay? It says, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out the way. You see? And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, that's by the prophets, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And that's physical when Yahweh Shai returns. But the angels, Zechariah 5, because the angels are going to cover the face of the earth. There's going to be a mass amount of chariots in the sky. And even Yahweh Shai's big fathership. Okay? It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, counterfeit power, left hand miracles, right? Saying that he can make the blind see. He can make the, and this is what Elon Musk is doing, right? Now I got another video on this devil as well. You know, Lord willing, through the spirit, I'll get to it, you know, but hey man, listen. All right, let's continue on here. All right. That's it on that, right? So let's go back and let's finish this here.
Way pessimistic. If you hit AGI next year, and that's that date is in flux, but from that date to self-improvements that are on the order of 1,000, 10,000x, just algorithmic improvements, is very short. It's not.
Okay, so I'll tell you something else I'll tell you something that most people in the AI community don't yet understand.
Okay.
Which is, almost no one understands this. The intelligence density potential is vastly greater than what we're currently experiencing.
How does universal high income work?
Okay, so there's going to be more intelligence, digital intelligence, than all human intelligence combined.
And that's what they want to put everybody under, a universal basic income, right? Governed by what? AI. You see? RFID microchips, NFC microchips. You see? Right? CBDC, central bank digital currencies. That's why he said that's why he basically was bold, because he already knows he's an insider, man. You see? Why you think he's on the cabinet? He's all up in the White House with Nero 47, right? You got guys like Larry Ellison. You got guys like Mark Zuckerberg, right? Who was the so-called founder of Facebook, right? You had the Total Information Awareness Program, which really was the original, which is the prototype, right? That was the original. The original, it would be, you can say, is Palantir, right? The prototype. You see, the original prototype, which ended up becoming Palantir, because 2003, they said they had got rid of it, but that's not the case. You see, that wasn't the case. Okay, you see. Everything became tracked and traced and put into these data centers. You see, Facebook, Instagram, it's all tracked and traced and controlled. You see? But let's continue on.
And more humanoid robots than all humans. The robots are going to just do whatever you want.
All the blue collar labor is being done by robots. All data centers are being built by robots.
The white collar labor will be the first to go, because until you can move atoms, the thing that can be replaced first is anything that involves just digital. Like if it's digital, like if it involves tapping keys on a keyboard and moving a mouse, the computer can do that. The AI can do that.
Sure.
You need the humanoid robots to shape atoms. So if all you're doing is changing bits of information, which is white collar work, that is the first thing that
when
AI
is it gone?
will.
When is all white collar work gone? By when?
Well, there's a lot of inertia. So even with AI at its current state, I'd say you're pretty close to being able to replace half of all jobs. White-collar jobs, that includes anything like education, too. I mean, a way to think of it is that if you have a large number of humanoid robots,
See, and there you go, the World Economic Forum, which is nothing but 666 right there, as you can see. Right? See, because these devils, that's the number of the devil. The number of imperfection, man. You see? And the brothers, right, who are in the know have the eye solve to see. Because the Lord gave us the eye solve to see. You see? We have the unleavened bread from on high and the living water from on high. You see? To see right through this man, to know that this man is the devil, that he is the wicked. Right? Habakkuk, right? Let me get that book. Let me get the book of Habakkuk real quick. Okay? Let's get the book of Habakkuk. All right? Habakkuk chapter. Let's go right here. Chapter 4 and verse number. Habakkuk 2 and verse number 4. Right? It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith." You see? It says, "Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." And this is what this man wants to do. By what? Chipping them. You see? Chipping them. Right? Throwing them into 15-minute smart cities. Where you think them concentration camps? Them concentration camps is all, they got chipping centers in it, they got guillotines, they got torture rooms, right? They're not sending nobody back to their so-called country, man. All right? You either go in there to be put to death, shipped, and get tossed into a 15-minute smart city. All right? That is your only option. The Georgia Guidestones say keep the population under 500 million people. What these devils thought that we forgot about what that Georgia Guidestone says, man? Just because you thought you blew that thing up, that the brothers and then forgot about that thing? We ain't forget about that thing, man. Damn devil. All right? We know that you want to push off your new world order, my man. You see?
The economic output is the average productivity per robot times the number of robots.
Right.
And actually, my prediction is in the benign scenario of the future that the robots will actually make so many robots and AI that they will actually saturate all human needs. Meaning you won't be able to even think of something to ask the robot for at a certain point. Like there will be such an abundance of goods and services. My prediction is that there'll be more robots than people. So.
But how do you then have human purpose in that scenario?
Yeah, I mean, nothing's perfect, But I mean, it is a necessary. Like you can't have both. You can't have work that has to be done and amazing abundance for all. Because if it's work that has to be done and only some people can do it, then you can't have abundance.
Then it's narrow.
Yes, narrow. Yeah. Exactly.
What should our goal be for such a civilization? Is the idea that a small minority of humans still have control of the AIs? Is the idea of some sort of like just trade but no control? How should we think about the relationship between the vast stocks of AI population versus human population?
In the long run, I think I don't. It's difficult to imagine that if humans have, say, 1% of the intelligence of the combined intelligence of artificial intelligence, that humans will be in charge.
It won't be no long run. All right? Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to destroy this fucking place. All right? He's going to blaze this place up. Right? You see? Yahweh Shai going to come back and get busy on you devils. You see? Okay? Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. You see? And the angels are coming with him. You devils are you are done. You are through. Your kingdom would no longer stand. You think you're going to get your new world order up and running and you just going to chill? Nah, that's not how it's going to go. That's not how it's going to work out, my man. All right? That ain't how it's going to work out. Okay? I'm going to tell you how it's going to work out. I don't know if they went up there and told you, but I'm going to tell you how it's going to work out. Yahweh Shai is coming back to set up our kingdom here on the earth, and you devils are going into slavery right along with you other rest of you nations. You're all going into slavery. That is your future. Your future is not a bright future. All right? You see, it is not a bright future. Okay?
AI. I think what we can do is make sure that AI has values that cause intelligence to be propagated into the universe. So the reason for the XAI's mission is to understand.
Matter of fact, let's get this here in Psalms 149, right? Because the kings who think that they're gonna you super elites, you Rothschilds, you Rockefellers, you Oppenheimers, you DuPonts, you Gettys, you Wahlbergs, you Bilderbergs, right? The Mancinis, right? And all these higher kings, right? You think you're gonna go? Nah. All right, your asses is going into slavery, right here. All right, Psalms 149, right? And we'll start at verse number 5. Okay, it says, "Let the saints be joyful in glory, and let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh." Okay? All right?
And the universe. So now that's actually very important. So you say, well, what things are necessary to understand the universe? Well, you have to be curious, and you have to exist. You can't understand the universe if you don't exist. So you actually want to increase the amount of intelligence in the universe, increase the probable lifespan of intelligence, the scope and scale of intelligence. I think actually also as a corollary, you have humanity also continuing to expand, because if you're curious, trying to understand the universe, one of the things you're trying to understand is, where will humanity go?
Elon Musk envisions a future where AI and robotics reshape society, rendering traditional concepts of work and money obsolete. According to Musk, as robots increasingly handle labor, there will no longer be a need for individuals to work for a living. With automation taking over production and services, wealth and income systems will no longer be defined by human labor, but instead by machines. Musk's first point centers around the automation of white-collar jobs. Today, jobs in fields like data entry, research, and education are already being replaced by AI. Musk predicts that by 2030, AI could replace up to half of all white-collar jobs, leading to the question, if robots and AI can manage information processing and perform intellectual tasks, why would humans need to work at all? This shift goes beyond desk jobs. Musk anticipates that robots will soon take over physical...
Yeah, because what they want to do is you're going to be a slave in an open-air prison, right? Chipped, governed by Palantir, right? Drones, you see? Gideon, right? Pre-crime and so on and so forth. You see? All right? Universal basic income, CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, programmable money. Okay? You see? Turn your chip off. Turn your chip. Everything that you purchase is on a blockchain, right? They tell you when to eat. They tell you when you can leave, when you can do, and all that. Total control. You see?
labor as well, from manufacturing to complex healthcare tasks. As machines become capable of handling both intellectual and physical work, the need for human labor could vanish entirely. In such a world, money could lose its relevance. If robots and AI can produce all goods and services, from food to healthcare, there would be no need for people to earn money. With everything produced in abundance, the concept of earning wages would become obsolete. Musk believes that by 2030, AI could surpass human intelligence, making traditional financial systems like saving for retirement or earning income irrelevant. However, this future raises significant questions. If money no longer serves its function, how would society operate? Musk acknowledges that a future without work might lead to an identity crisis. While automation promises prosperity and lower costs, it could also lead to widespread unemployment, social unrest, and a loss of purpose for many people. Without work to define their roles, people could struggle to find meaning in their lives. The societal implications of such a transformation are immense. How would we redistribute resources in a world where work and money no longer exist? Would the benefits of automation be shared equitably, or would they be hoarded by a small elite? Without careful planning, Musk warns the world could face an existential crisis. Despite these challenges, the progression of technology offers significant advancements. Musk points to robots like Optimus, which could revolutionize industries, from performing surgeries with precision far beyond human capability to building homes at record speeds. As AI and robotics continue to evolve, we may be on the brink of a future that was once unimaginable. However, with this new era of abundance comes the need to ask, how will humanity adapt to a world where money and work no longer define us?
Optimus will have a level of precision that is frankly superhuman, and will be able to do medical procedures, of very sophisticated medical procedures, any medical procedure, perhaps things that really humans can't even do because they're too difficult, and that will be available to anyone. You know, people often talk about eliminating poverty and providing great medical care, but they never actually have a solution. And money doesn't solve it, because there are only so many. There's a very limited number of great doctors and surgeons. They don't grow on trees, but now they'll get built in factories.
As AI and robotics advance, Musk's prediction forces us to confront our deepest fears and desires about the future. In a world where money may no longer matter, will we find true meaning and fulfillment, or will we spiral into uncertainty, questioning the very essence of our existence and purpose? If topics like this interest you and you want deeper analysis on where AI infrastructure is heading, make sure to watch our full breakdown of the...
All right, so that's it, brothers. So we're going to give all praises and glory and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Quadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings and citations to the hopeful elect, the Bayat Awadah, the House of David, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Ababa Ball, Shalom.